Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to do another book unhaul. So the last time that I filmed a book unhaul was roughly 6 months ago, and the reason why I decided to do a book unhaul right now, I'm planning to film a bookshelf tour, so I'm pretty sure that that video will be up before this one, and I will have the link down in the description box below, but then also in the cards. I think there are 3 categories for this video. The first one is the books that I have read but do not want anymore. The second category is the books that I have not read but I also don't want them anymore. And then the third one is arcs, because I have quite a lot of arcs and I feel like there's 5 or 6 that I just don't want anymore, so I think it's best to just unhaul these books, and of course I'm going to give them to Goodwill or the libraries. Let's start with these 2 books first because I bought them quite a few years ago. So they are Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So this is the Demigod Files and then this is the Demigod Diaries. Back then I bought these because I thought that I needed them for my collection because I love the Percy Jackson books. But now that I am 22, I look at my shelves and I think to myself, like, I don't need these 2 books, okay? I'm just going to give them to the library because I think that is probably the best option. And then these 2 books, basically these are new adult novels from Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is called Fall With Me and this is called Forever With You. The thing that I don't like about this is that these 2 books are mass market paperback. This is part of a series, so the first 3 books are regular paperback. This is the 4th one, this is the 5th one, and then the 6th one is regular paperback. It was really weird. I'm gonna keep the other books in the series because they're all in paperback. The next one is called Fall from India Place by Samantha Young. So I believe this is the 4th book of a series, and I have the first book in my collection because I actually like the first one. I read this 3 years ago and I didn't really like it. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. The characters were okay, but the things that they did really pissed me off, so I don't want this book anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna unhaul this. I have made a decision to unhaul Crazy Rich Asians because I just don't care about the series anymore. I read the first book 2 years ago. I read this with Sandy. I'm pretty sure I did. I thought it was okay. I watched the movie. I like the movie more than the book, but at the same time I have no desire to continue with the series, so I'm just gonna wait for the movies to come out because it's just easier in my opinion. And then this, I'm unhauling this entire trilogy because I just do not care. So this is called The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy by Jenny Han. These books, remember this? These are the old covers, so I'm pretty sure that this trilogy has like brand new covers and everything. I have the OG covers because I read this, oh my god, I think 5 years ago. I think I kept this for a long time because I do not want to lose this, you know, because I have the 2 older boys I loved before trilogies. I'm gonna keep that trilogy and I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't care about the characters. I don't really care about the plot, and like I said, I don't want to reread this trilogy because it's not my favorite, so yeah. And now for this trilogy, I'm gonna keep the first book. So the first book is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and the author is Becky Albertalli. I'm gonna unhaul The Upside Unrequited. I read this book 2 years ago and I did not like this at all, so I think it's best to just unhaul this, and my copy is a mess, okay? It's so bad. And then also I'm gonna unhaul this book because I don't really want to read it and I've heard like bad things about this book, so I'm just gonna unhaul this. I don't really care about continuing with the series, so I'm just gonna keep the first book because I actually like it. I'm gonna get rid of the second book because I don't like it, and then I'm gonna get rid of the third book because I don't want to read it. And then for this book, I was planning to reread this book because I kind of want to give this series a try, but now that I think about it, I'm not gonna do that. So the book is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I read this book years ago, like a really long time. I think roughly 5 years ago. I didn't really continue with the series. I don't know why, but I was thinking to myself like maybe I should give this series a try. So my plan was to reread this book, but then I don't know why, I just changed my mind. So I'm just gonna unhaul this book. And now this trilogy, I'm gonna unhaul this, and honestly it kind of hurts because I had fond memories with this trilogy, but looking at it, I just think to myself like I do not want to reread you and I do not want to continue with the series, and that is the Shatter Me series by Tahara Mafi. It sucks that I'm gonna unhaul these books because I held onto this for a long time, but I think it's best to just unhaul these books. I read these books I think 5 years ago and I had a really great time reading these 3 books because I remember buying them and then reading them immediately. I remember walking to Barnes Barnes & Noble to get the last copy because I really needed to read this. And like I said, I'm not planning to continue with this series because I've heard that the 4th and the 5th book aren't really good, because basically this was supposed to be a trilogy, but then years later it was announced that the author is going to continue with this series. I just don't care about this anymore, and that is a shame because I really love Warner in the past, you know, because he was like really hot. But now I just really don't care about this. The next book is Fun Home, a family tragic comic by Alison Bechdel. I read this book for school, I think last year, and it was okay. I liked it, but I don't really love it. So this is a graphic memoir about the author and her father. Like I said, I thought it was good, but I don't really want this in my collection anymore, so I'm just gonna unhaul it. And now the last category is ARCs. I got a lot of these ARCs from Book Expo last year in 2019, and I looked at them and I was like, yeah, I don't want them anymore, so I'm just gonna unhaul a few ARCs that I don't want to read. I'm going to unhaul There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. I'm pretty sure this is a fantasy novel, and I'm sure it's good, but I'm not in the mood to read this. Honestly, I feel guilty unhauling these books, but it's like necessary for me because I have a lot of books already and I don't need these books anymore. The next one is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I got this at Book Expo, and I'm pretty sure this is like a thriller novel. The thing is, when it comes to thriller, it's a genre that I don't really read, and if I do want to give it a try, there are other books that I'd rather read besides this, so I'm just gonna unhaul this. The next one is I Hope You Get This Message by Farah Naz Rishi, and I'm pretty sure this book was signed to me because I got this at Book Expo. Yep, to Trin, and then the signature right here. I don't remember why I want to unhaul this book, but I think it's because I have like a lot of ARCs, so I might as well just unhaul the ones that I don't want to read. The last two books are The 10th Girl and Imaginary Friend. So The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring, the rating on Goodreads is so low. It sucks that I'm relying on Goodreads for these things, but the thing is, when I see the rating and if it's like really low, then I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I don't want to read this anymore. Like I said, my system is flawed, but we're just gonna go with it. As for Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky, this is like Bible pages, okay? It's so thin, and then also the book is so freaking long, and honestly I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to read this anymore. And I think this is like a thriller slash horror kind of genre. I don't know, but yeah, I don't want to read this anymore. That's the end of the video. Like I said in the beginning, my bookshelf tour will be up before this video, so you should check it out because I'm gonna film that video like right after this. So the camera's about to die. I need to wrap this up. I need to clean up this mess because I just unhauled quite a lot of books. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.